Explicit content warning. Easily offensive contains subject matter unsuitable for anyone under the age of 18. Every episode is meant to be taken as satire, and we do not condone racism, bigotry, or acts of violence. Thank you for listening to the Easily Offensive Podcast.
So
They're like naked on the top of their
You
blankets.
just walk into Zach's room. He's like, "You think darkness is your ally?"
I have a VPN.
Break the ugly one, always in your face. Second ginger with no soul, taking up space. Kevin tall as a 7-year-old, standing so small. Till endless attractive Jack Skellington, haunting us all. They come at you fast with words that cut deep. No topic off limits, they take no leap. Easily offensive, they push the boundaries wide. No apologies given, they got nothing to hide. Easily offensive, making you squirm in your seat. They'll say what they want, no filter, no retreat. Easily offensive, challenging the status quo. Hold on tight, 'cause they're about to blow.
Welcome back to Easily Offensive, my dear friends, where Zach's porn history terms include slippery butt cheeks and some type of casserole. It's official, my friends. The content of our show is very similar to that of a presidential debate. And now America knows.
Now they know? They didn't know beforehand?
Speaking of my porn histories, it's very lacking now because Pornhub's blocked in Idaho now.
Dude, there's so many other
This
sites.
fucking chair, I have to have it all the way lowered, or else it sounds like I'm blowing.
You're
ass.
blowing what? Oh, ass. Okay, I was like, I don't know if it gives you the cocksucking sound, but
You're like Queen Latifah in that one movie. What movie is that?
I don't know.
Dude, the only
Where she sits down and it's like, oh, it's the chair. Yes.
Yes, the chair. I don't remember.
I-
the only one I can
Madonna's.
The only
or
Queen
Medea?
Latifah movie I know is
I meant to say Medea.
Dude,
Nope.
you confuse Madonna with and for so much stuff.
No. This one, I don't
good?
know why I said Madonna.
Yeah,
I meant to
I
just
just
say
love
Medea.
struggling there.
Yeah, I know. I was just banging it past that.
But welcome back, guys.
Yo, welcome back.
Hope everyone had a.
Madonna.
I know who she is.
More like Lois
Dude,
Griffin.
she is so disturbing looking.
Oh, bro, it's
it's bad.
upsetting.
Oh, no,
It's bad.
I've seen a photo. She kind of looks like a train wreck.
Yeah,
I mean, $10 is $10.
like I used a.
Ew.
Yeah. No
He's
way,
like, now
dude.
that I have to pay for it.
Yeah. What other sources have you found, Zach?
That
Oh,
Or
cool.
blocked?
Because like Pornhub's blocked.
Oh.
I got a VPN, so I don't have to fucking worry about it.
Oh, how much is the VPN?
It's a free one, actually, and it actually works very well.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
How
And it
does
puts
one
me
use a
in-
VPN?
It took him a
just
week to get the
download
VPN, though, so he did gain like 7 pounds of water weight.
Just his
you know,
balls.
you know how long it took me? You know how long it took me?
13 seconds.
Went up to Pornhub, said, "This is blocked in Idaho," and I'm like, "Huh?
Fuck
free,
you.
free VPN. Oh, that one looks good."
Dude,
Click.
And it's
everybody like
Ding dong, pizza's here.
most things are so much easier than I think they're going to be. Like VPNs, I was like, I don't want to pay like $13 or whatever it is. You know, like
No.
Here, I'll show you on iPhone how easy it is.
Well, and
So you open up the VPN app.
didn't they say that
I hit
when they were threatening
on.
to get rid of TikTok, they're like, we know that you're
It's
using
connecting.
VPN and
Says
we
I'm
can
on a
shut you
VPN.
down.
I
There you go.
don't know.
I'm on a
I don't
VPN.
think they can do that. They could threaten that,
Do
but
you
I
have
don't-
to-
that's the whole point of the VPN.
The VPN. Yeah, no shit.
every time.
But
Yeah.
then, I don't know.
I mean, you don't have, it doesn't have to be open.
Then
the
again,
entire
I don't
time.
know shit
No.
about it, and if the government does have the power to sneak into your shit, I wouldn't put it past them. You know?
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't
do you
be
know? So do
surprised
you
at
know
all.
why the whole Pornhub thing is they want to use like front-facing cameras to like look at your face to identify who you are and like that you're old enough.
That's pervy.
I
And
don't
I
think
definitely
that's
don't
They're
true.
just
want-
gonna see Zach like.
Well, and then like
Well, do you know? Do you know
Quadruple
how?
chin
Do
with
you
the-
know how many people would abuse that? I'd be doing this.
Show your asshole.
Like
Showing your
get
dick?
my dick into it too. Like, you like that, NSA?
Like, and how does your face look when you're
You look stupid, I'm sure.
Like, you don't have to keep your face. Like, it's to log in. And it's just stupid.
they
It is.
accidentally
It's
like
dumb.
Well,
they
you
accidentally
say-
turn the mic on when they're like looking at your shit. They pop in on Zach's and they go ugh. And they're like,
You know what's so discouraging?
and-
Have you ever like looked, like had your phone in your hand and you look down and for some reason front facing camera's on
Yeah,
and
and
you
you're
look
like,
down
God damn.
and you're just like, that's what my wife sees.
yeah.
See, I don't have that problem because I'm not 7 feet taller than my
somebody
wife.
No, I mean when you're fucking,
Yeah, when she's
Like,
sucking your
looking-
dick, it's a dick view.
Oh, that.
or when
Yeah,
you're
dude.
doing it, you know, like if you're Top Gun, you know, you're fucking looking down.
Not
all
too
the
worried.
time.
There was
I don't
some,
think,
uh,
I don't think my wife's too worried about it. She sees it for like 10 seconds. It's not like it's a haunting thing.
there's some like, why do you close your eyes?
And,
when
and
we
about
make love?
about 8 seconds of that is me trying to get it in.
Jesus.
Gross.
He's like, it'll get hard when I'm almost done.
What are you saying?
There was this like Facebook or TikTok post where like some girl posted like, man, you realize like they're always like just looking at our buttholes,
Yeah.
you know?
Never
Like,
done that.
when you're.
Yes, you have. There's no way in fuck you haven't looked at your girl's
you've
asshole.
never done that?
Like, looked at her butthole?
Yeah.
like doggy style. You're like look down like,
There
look
it
at that.
is.
No, I'm more like cheeks.
right, but you don't like.
You don't.
You
There's no
never-
way you don't just look at her asshole for a split second and then go on.
You've definitely seen it, right?
Yeah.
No, I've seen it. I'm not like, oh, that's
okay.
you.
Yeah, and when you're, it's
Like,
it's hard to not.
yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's there, dude.
That's not what I'm doing. No.
Even when you're watching it go in and out of her, you still see her butthole.
You think that my dick is big enough to watch me, so I can see it coming, and my
Yeah,
stomach will let me
that-
see it.
Zach is more like.
Oh, I didn't think about his belly.
Zach is more like a get it in and just wiggle kind of guy. It's not
Yeah.
really like a in and out.
Yeah, it's listen,
Listen,
it's about how you use it, and 2 seconds of good using it is enough sometimes.
2 seconds of good using it.
You know what's
That's
bother-
a
you know what?
clip.
I bet he opens with, you want a good old fashioned wiener in?
Do you know what's bothering me right now?
Uh.
Like Blake is on his headset, has his headset on backwards.
Yeah.
Do I
Oh,
really?
God.
I
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
all the time.
It has an L and an R on it, and you're an L right now.
For
No,
losing-
I'm an R right now.
Kind of both.
Damn.
Hey,
It's because
anyways,
your
hey,
wife
you know
comes in
what?
here to take, and she takes my headset to play
Oh,
video
okay.
games with.
She doesn't do that anymore.
Really? Like it was definitely different today. It was definitely
Oh.
fucked with.
Well, it was because they came up to listen to the the beginning of the birthday
Oh,
podcast.
okay, yeah.
so-
Like I could tell because it's always like,
Well, she put it on. She's like,
11
God,
size
Blake's
is
head's so
too small."
fucking big.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
I
got a
know.
fucking nog on him.
I
dude.
do.
But, speaking of an R or an L, presidential debate.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We
Yeah,
had an
yeah.
L and an
It
R
was-
on that one, didn't
Yeah,
we? That was cool.
came from the same person too.
Yeah.
Did you hear how he said we beat Medicaid?
Dude, that
And
was
I'm like,
And,
and then
Trump's
Trump.
like, I agree, you beat Medicaid, beat it to the ground.
That's exactly what he said too.
we
and
should
I-
just like print out the debate and just have Dylan like
So-
we'll play the Biden side and then just have Dylan read the Trump side.
Okay, so
He's like, yeah.
Do you have a video
in
queued
that
up for
in that
this?
vein,
Fox, come
no,
in.
it's not about the debate itself, but it's a video. It's called "Timeless Quotes" by Joe Biden.
Oh God.
So we're gonna.
Give it a
And I'm
second.
proud to be an American. Or
Well,
at least I know I'm free.
Okay, here we go.
give it a second. Think.
You know what sucks? When your mics stop working.
When did they stop?
I don't know when they stopped, but they did.
Fuck.
It's fine. I got it off.
Our mics?
Yeah, they're not recording right now.
Was it recording here?
Yeah, it's recording on that.
Okay.
So give me a second.
Gimme.
So-
it's like when
so-
he sees chicken nuggets.
Gimme.
So I got a bed canopy.
Anyways,
Did
okay,
you
here we go.
really?
Is this gonna work now?
I just thought it'd be convenient so I don't have to get up to go to the bathroom at night.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
I dump it out like every
America
morning.
is a nation that can be defined in a single word.
You don't have a canopy
I
in
was
your
gonna put
room?
him.
What do you mean?
A canopy.
Sorry. Zach?
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
I was
restart it
picturing
when-
that
when
you
you
were
guys are
meant
done.
like the curtains around your bed.
No, like a canopy.
Oh, a canopy. I was like, what the
No.
fuck are you talking
No,
about?
He was
right.
like, maybe you went art up, and and got
I was
So
like,
the-
what? I was like, so you
I'll be
just
here all
piss on a
week.
curtain? Dude, I was like,
It's kind of
So
what I
it,
thought
it
too.
said this was released by the obviously the thing.
This
says
was released-
by the Trump campaign. I don't know if it really was.
no, it was released immediately after.
no. This has been on the internet for a long while.
Oh, okay. There's a new
But-
one.
But watch this.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
What?
All men and women created by you know the thing.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping.
Xi
She
Jinping.
knows so long as she is denied, our freedom can never be secured.
What?
We'll never forget lying around and him lying around actually.
It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line.
How would an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure?
Wow. Here's the thing.
And I'm proud to be
I feel-
an American.
I feel bad for this man.
I do.
I don't.
No, because like he
The ugly
has no
one.
idea what's going on. He's being forced into this position
Yeah.
by his team and his family around him. Like they should be encouraging him to just enjoy
The rest
retirement,
of what,
like whatever he has left to live. I genuinely think if he got reelected, which I don't think he's going to be, but if he did, I think there's a really high chance he dies in office.
Yeah, from his actual just
And
being old.
Do you
like-
know who would take over in his spot?
Kamala Harris. Oh, I thought
Women
you were
president.
A what?
What?
I've never thought. Yeah,
Did we hear both that?
leave it to them to win with an asterisk, right?
Oh.
Do you think that the way she would get into presidency, she's like, I identify as a dude.
I don't know.
That's Michelle
I'd be like,
Obama.
you look like one, but that doesn't count.
Oh wait, no, that's Michelle Obama.
Let's just hit them all. Women suck, right?
Real women are
Clip it.
awesome.
clip it, bitches.
It's all the fake
She
ones
already
that
said
are
like
great.
if for whatever reason they were to move on from Biden and not have him as the nominee anymore, she wouldn't run.
Yeah, because there was no chance of her fucking winning.
Well, you
she
can
would,
tell
she
in
would
her
try to
eyes
become the governor of California.
You can tell in her eyes when she's talking about that thing. She's like, I need this fucking job. I need this job.
You know what? No,
She better start hedge
Um,
funding.
If I don't keep this job, I'm definitely going to jail for being on the island.
yeah, no shit. No,
Yeah.
like what Blake was saying from the very beginning. I always said that if you voted for Biden, you were probably a giant piece of shit. You really were. I mean, he was so old from the very beginning. He was making no sense,
Yeah, he
and he
came
was
out
saying
of the womb that old.
super fucking racist things.
You look back at like old videos of him. He's actually he's like
He was barely cognitive.
no like older videos like when he first got into politics.
Oh, you mean right
know?
before he
When he started joining,
when he flipped around?
what the hell's that guy's name?
Obama.
when he first
Obama, that guy.
when he first
Obama.
got into politics in the 60s,
He
you
said-
know, like,
Oh, that's
Remember when
different.
Yeah.
He was actually.
He was 60 years younger, basically.
I remember when he was the vice president, and he just would say wild shit. It wasn't necessarily like as,
Dementia ridden.
Yeah.
it was just
but it was just he would say wild fucking shit.
Him and John McCain.
John McCain was pretty wild too.
Oh yeah, the loser that got caught.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah, 'cause he was a
hero.
Oh, yeah, because he was a POW.
Yeah, now that we're talking about, wow. Now that we're talking about, like, political
What?
stuff.
He was a POW.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
pussy old wiener, man.
Not touching that
Now
one.
he's fucking bones.
Jesus Christ. No, what I was going to say is that...
No, he's like this. He's like,
Do you think he's limping around in heaven too?
Jesus.
he probably got caught up there.
who was the one that shot the other dude?
Dick Cheney.
Dick
Yeah.
Cheney. That's right.
Shot his friend out hunting.
Yeah.
I shot him. They were hunting. Oh, they were hunting pheasants,
Yeah, and he got
and
he got capped.
you would have, yeah. They're this tall.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he did. What Dad had a new guy in high school who got Dick Cheney'd right after high school.
Dick
Oh,
Cheney.
fuck.
Yeah, dude. I guess he was. I can't remember exactly. Dad said he was kind of a wild dude or something, but yeah, they were out like shooting shit with shotguns, and his friend blew his fucking head off on accident.
Jesus
God damn.
Christ.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
No.
Like,
I mean, it's just like, what do you say? Even you're like, oopsie.
Well,
I don't think
mean,
it matters, but you say at that point to him.
how
at
does
least.
that happen?
the crazy thing is to call the cop. Well, so like you're bird hunting, right? And they're like, and you just aren't paying attention. Like, you're
But you
Yeah.
are.
But
and
you're-
you're
but-
not supposed to be in front of anyone.
But you get people are dumb. They make dumb mistakes. Like you get excited about the kill, and then
You kill your
you
friend.
get the kill.
Yeah, people. People make dumb mistakes. I mean, someone conceived Gavin.
Oh,
That was a pretty dumb mistake.
It was a late. The 90s weren't great for people. You getting an abortion was a very shameful thing. Now it's like
That's why we're all
everyone
here.
wants to,
I don't
but
know.
they just can't because it's illegal now.
No, see, I was fine. My parents wanted me until the red hair started coming through. They're like, "Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, because their parents
How
were
late
both
term
like,
abortion
oh.
can we do?"
so
Like
do
a
you guys
2-year?
ever get too used to saying crazy shit because of us,
Oh,
and then
Yep.
you say
Yep.
something in public and it's received differently?
Yep.
I did that yesterday.
Oh, did you? What'd you
did
say?
I was in Boise at the Boise Air Gas, and we were talking about, I don't know, something led to like it. We're talking about this people and that people, whatever, and then somebody said, gingers something. I was like, yeah, we should just have like a second Holocaust for those. Am I right?
Wow.
And he goes, whoa, like it blew his mind that I said that. And I
He's
was
like, we're in public.
I have one that I probably shouldn't out myself on, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Do it.
We were on a walk the other day, and Kaylee decided to ride her skateboard. You know.
uh-huh.
And she like held it up, and there's a chip out of the bottom of the skateboard. She's like, "Look, Dad, look what I did." I was like, "Oh, you nicked it, huh?" And then I called her one that nicks,
One that nicks.
but in a different way.
That's pretty funny though.
And her and my wife were both like,
What?
I was like,
Yeah.
I said.
She was like, "Oh, I know what you
It
said."
was close to another word, but it wasn't another word.
no. I mean, it probably sounded like that other word.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. But
But not
so after I
exactly.
said this guy, he's like the counter guy. He walks out, opens the door. He's just like reacting the whole time. Like, wow, Jesus, that was fucking. Walks through the door, and then they're like, what? And he's like, oh, I just found out Blake isn't a racist or a bigot, but when it comes to redheads, holy fuck. He just said he wants a second Holocaust.
Oh no!
And I was like, yeah, fuck him.
Start standing your ground.
I'm like, I meant it.
And put Ed Sheeran at the front.
Because I mentioned like you and Jacqueline. I was like, I have a couple friends. I was like, I go pretty hard in the paint.
I'm not racist. I have some black friends.
Yeah.
So that was a
It's
yeah.
cool. They said it's okay for me to say it.
I can use. I have a G word
Yeah,
pass.
it's like saying, oh, I've got black friends, but like these two, I do not care about their opinion. Yeah.
No, that's
so I was
funny.
like, I just forget sometimes because I'm so used to saying whatever.
You know what? I actually said the exact same thing.
You said
Which is
something about
funny- which is-
gingers.
Gingers and a Holocaust thing. Yeah, it was really. It was.
Jurassic Park.
No, that was a good one. I've actually used that one too. But that was like with all the other drivers. Like I
He
was like,
gets
hey
on
guys.
the fucking radio and he's like Jurassic
I
Park.
was like, hey guys, so on our podcast I heard there's a really funny joke. Yeah, I told them the Jurassic Park, and they're like, that's funny. But I was at
That
a
shit is.
I was delivering at a
good joke.
store, and it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I'm burning up. It's hot. I'm getting sunburnt. And I'm starting to check in with one of my accounts, and we're standing outside checking in. She's like, man, you look like you're burning. I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking ginger. We should probably just have a second Holocaust for them. And I said it, and she looked at me,
You said the same joke?
The same exact joke.
Weird.
Huh.
And she looked at me, and I said, I didn't say that.
Why?
Because-
Everyone gets a free tattoo
Because
first.
she is also a ginger.
oh,
Oh, Jesus.
She's like,
She's like, fuck
She
you,
thought it was
bro.
funny, though.
Well,
she thought
that's
it was
like
funny.
you guys, if you were black, like saying the N word to each other, like nobody cares, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, some of us don't like hearing that word.
Yeah.
Ginger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know.
Some of us.
I know a few. I mean, Jeff is one of them. I don't get why he doesn't. I mean, he's to his own.
doesn't care for it, but
But then again, he grew up in the age where it was actually a derogative term.
Yeah,
and used
like,
very derogatively.
if you were like growing up as like a teenager in the '90s and they're like fucking ginger, like you're like you fuck you, like you know,
Yeah,
like
you soulless
guys,
fuck.
you know, you guys get like extra mad, you know, like
Yeah.
you guys get so mad.
so I
when
can
you're
see, I can
kids.
see that. Like I grew up when we were growing up, it was near the end of it become like just used as vernacular at that point.
Yeah, it was just like it was a descript. It wasn't a derogatory. Like
Exactly.
we meant it as derogatory, but it didn't hit the same way.
we went to Jews in high school, middle
Yeah,
school.
that was a big one. And faggot, we said that a lot.
Yeah, we did throw around faggot a lot.
Yeah, I said it probably 1 billion times before I knew what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is this a ginger one? No. Oh. This is.
I didn't want you to ruin the surprise.
Is this Rocky?
Rucka Rucka Ali.
Yeah. Dude's fucking
I
funny.
came from hell.
Have you never heard this? Oh, let's play the whole thing. Fuck it. Fuck copyright. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit.
Dude, that late
This is probably
speaking
more
of like
relevant than you
speaking of
think.
like Kesha, that late 2000s, early 2010s pop music hit different.
It did.
Gingers
dude.
have no friends and no one will have sex with them.
I can't tell you how many times I was in a bar when I was 21 years old hearing that blaring while I was sitting there trying not to throw up.
Yeah.
Hearing
no
what?
Shit.
Hearing
Oh,
he'd
fucking
be in, like,
Kesha.
By TikTok or by TikTok. Holy shit.
You're sitting up there like, stop
Kesha.
talking about
Yeah, like
blah,
Kesha
and Pitbull,
blah,
right?
blah. And I'm sitting on a couch like
Right? You're like, I'm about to go. Blah.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is
Pop
for
goes
me?
punk.
You know what it is for
Yeah.
me? It's not sitting at a bar listening to that. It's partying with all our friends, and all I hear in the background is shots, 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 shots. I'm sitting there like, no.
everybody.
Yeah, you gotta avoid
Like, no.
everyone who starts screaming shots. You're like, well, gotta go out front so I don't fucking die
Like,
tonight.
or you hear, I am not a whore.
Oh yeah.
I
Dude.
am not
Like-
anything fucking party rock. Or what is it? Not party rock.
No, that is-
LMFAO.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
LMAFO did that too.
40
yeah.
weekends in a row, I was in a bar, go shot, 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 and it hit the same every time. Like, yeah, fuck
Well, no,
yeah.
it's like you're at the end of a party, and it's on repeat.
Yeah.
LMFAO the entire time, and then
Got
it's
some apple bottom jeans,
boots with the fur.
That one,
Now do you know what
that
this
one
was
didn't last very long.
now you know what it is for me is like we go into a
Hit the
bar,
flow.
and I'm getting the drunk spins, and it's just people singing very awful karaoke.
I don't get the
Yeah.
drunk spins anymore. Like I don't
That's
even
because
have.
you haven't gone to karaoke with me and Blake.
Yeah, dude, we fucking
No, I
have
had
a good time.
I had the drunk spins on my birthday.
I know you did because he was like goes out. We haven't talked about this.
Yeah,
have you?
we can talk about
okay, dude. So we have a little barbecue for you here, right, for
Yep.
your birthday. And I was like, cool, and I'm like going over here, anticipating it's going to be a couple hours or whatever. As Troy hits me up saying he wants to go play pool later that night, I was like, that time might should work out fine. I was like, yeah, I'll be over there. I'll come shoot some pool. That sounds like fun. And I get here and we're like having burgers
good
and
old
hot dogs
time.
and stuff, and we have like a beer or two, And then as it's like starting to wrap up, I was like, yeah, later I'm gonna go. I just mentioned in passing, like I'm gonna go play pool with Ray and Troy. And Zach,
My eyes lit up.
his eyes, they had diamonds in them. He was like, oh, pool? I want to go. Can I come?
because I haven't been out to a bar for a long ass.
And
while.
I didn't even like obviously I was totally good with anybody coming, but like Zach hasn't done that in a long time, so I didn't even like think to like invite him or whatever. I was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. You should come. And then he goes and asks his permission
as you do.
from his wife, and she's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And then he's like, he's like, yeah, that would be fun. We'll go out and have some drinks and play some pool. He's like, I can't do shots though. I don't do shots anymore. I can't do them anymore. And you just say, I can't. They'll give me cancer. Like that kind of like, I can't. Right. And then so
Just because I haven't for so fucking long.
so we wrap up. We get in the car. I take Zach to Rigby with me, and then we get there and order a beer and stuff. And then bartender that we know really well comes up and is like super excited to see Zach because it hasn't seen her.
Oh, it's been
him
almost
in forever.
a year and a half.
Yeah.
or more.
And then she's like, oh, it's your birthday. Like, hears that it's his birthday, and she brings him over like a little stupid Jello shot with like
Whipped cream on it.
A blowjob.
And he was like,
That's
again,
not a blowjob.
reinforce that. He was like, this is just a Jello shot. He's like, this is my only one. Can't do shots, won't do shots, right?
That changed.
Fast forward like 2 hours, right? And like I keep seeing him up at the bar, and then like we're at the next bar, and he comes up to me. He's like, you keep missing the shots that I'm taking. Like he's like,
At that point, I was fucked up.
yeah, like he
Not
had
as-
probably had 5 or 6 at this point past that Jello shot. And I was like, damn, dude, you were like making such a point about it. I was like, now you have to do 1 or 2 with me, right?
Yeah.
And so then we go do a couple. And like he's having a good time the whole time. I was like, see, you just say that you can't do shots. Like you're doing fine. Anyway, we wrap up. We go to Ray and Troy's house to crash there. Like I crashed in the spare room, and then Zach's gonna crash on the couch. We play like Mexicali for a little bit, have like one more drink.
For those of you who don't know, Mexicali's dice
Dice
game.
game.
Dice game. And so we're up for like another hour, and then Ray's like, are we gonna play again? I was like, nah, let's call it. I'm tired. Everybody's tired,
I
right?
was ready to keep going, actually.
And then
But-
and then like I go and take a piss or whatever, and I come out. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna head to bed. And I'm like, where's Zach? And they're like, yeah, he went outside. And in my head, I think, oh, he went outside to have a cigarette.
Which is what I did.
Which I was like, okay. It didn't occur to me like that was a weird thought because they smoke in the house, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, he must have went out to have a cigarette. And then the room I stay in is right next to the backyard.
Yeah.
And I go in there and I always sleep with a fan. There's no fan in there or anything, so it's like really quiet and it's kind of hot in there. So I was like, I'm gonna open the window, let some cool air in.
And
And,
sounds the night.
And I was like, yeah, maybe the sounds of the night will be like my white noise or whatever. So I open the window, I crawl into bed. I crawl into bed and then I heard the calming acoustics of Zach going.
To be fair, it was white noise.
And then I hear the spitting, like the.
Oh Christ!
and I'm laying there just laughing. I was like, I guess you couldn't do shots.
So what happened is I went in, I had my cigarette, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go to sleep. I lay on the couch, and as I closed my eyes, I'm like,
Instant spins.
no spins. I was just like, my stomach kind of went like, hey,
Get up.
go.
Go,
You gotta
go. Yeah.
go. And I didn't like run up the stairs. I like calmly walked, because I didn't want to like set off the dogs by running up the stairs. So I calmly walked up the stairs.
Then projectile vomit
And I
down
just
the
felt
hall.
like you know how when you get close to puking, you just feel your mouth just start
Salivating.
salivating.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's coming. And then I got outside and I was like, I'm too drunk to run down these wood steps. So I'm like, I
He's
like
naked,
run down
trip, shits his pants.
run down them. I'm like, okay.
Shit's on the gate.
And here, and this whole time I'm thinking, like, okay, there's no windows here. I'm looking for windows. I didn't see that one because it's small and like,
Well, it's off to the side.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
didn't see that window, and because I didn't like, I put my hand on the side of the house, and so I didn't see the window because I'm just puking into the yard from the
Patio.
the concrete patio. So I didn't see
Yeah.
that window, and I'm like, yep, I puked and no one heard it. And then the next morning, Blake's like, yeah, I heard that. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I'm laying there laughing, trying to jack off. Like,
It was a good night though.
it was fun, yeah. And
I don't
then-
let loose like that very often. So
And I woke up a few times, like after I'd been drinking, like I wake up and I go, no, I'll go back to sleep. I do that a couple times, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh man, it's probably getting kind of late. Zach probably wants to leave, right? So I get dressed and I come out the door to the living room that's there where Zach's sleeping on the couch. And I mean, Zach is fucking face down. Hasn't moved a muscle. Just, his fucking ass is in the air. Like, not like he's like.
Not like
yeah.
victim ass.
Yeah, but
no,
he's just
see,
flat on his face.
if my ass was in the air, I'd be a little worried because we were staying at some gay guy's house.
They're
And you
gay,
were-
not rapists.
Yeah, and you're like,
Hey,
well,
if it's-
and then like, I mean, he's incapacitated. Like, opportunity's opportunity. You
I
know,
didn't.
but-
I wouldn't have said no.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I couldn't have said no.
he couldn't have fought him off if he wanted to. But yeah, he's like face down.
You're
Still,
like, gays quit.
Gays.
everything about Zach that night was funny. Like, I'm not doing shots. I did a million shots. I threw up, passed out face first into the couch. It was fucking
Well, I think I'd went face first because the sun started coming up, and I was like, "Fuck you." Turned away
But
from
yeah,
it.
I thought he was going to be like up, like waiting for me to get up. No way.
You know what?
Like,
Surprisingly, though, you know what I didn't have when I woke up? A hangover.
It's because
or
you
a
threw
hard-on.
it all
I
up.
thought you were
Yeah, no
gonna say a
shit.
boner.
You didn't keep that alcohol in your stomach
No,
for more
I
than.
had most of it in my stomach. Like I didn't
Yeah,
really.
because he
Did
went
you-
and shit the rest out.
Okay, so you know what I threw up? It was mostly the burritos we ate.
Oh
And
yeah,
it was all
that's it.
that was what made me.
Wait, when did you have burritos?
Troy made some microwave burritos. He brought them all down while we were playing Mexicali, and I fucking just was like stuffing my
I've
face.
seen you eat burritos, dude. For
Yeah.
32 years, I've seen. You.
But it's
Well, I ate mine.
That's
and then
why
I
I
used to
puked
get so pissed at you.
Why?
Do you remember that?
Remind me.
I have a horrible I cannot stand it when people make any noise when they eat.
Oh, okay.
I realize that's my thing.
Okay.
But Blake is like a lip smacker, you know? And I remember I would just turn instant dick. Like you would come into the fucking, because he was just like totally laid back, just like eat, you know? And he'd sit right next to me and fucking just start eating, and I'd be like,
Yeah, he would do that.
and he'd be like, what? I'm like, can you please close your fucking mouth?
Yeah, he
Blake would
would
be like, God, you're so fucking rude. Like, you got so offended. But I'll give you that. Like, it just made me blood red mad, like, instantly.
Yeah, I did do that a lot. I think I'm better about it
I
now.
feel
but
bad, but it's still like it stands. It's so funny. Kaylee does it. She eats just like you did.
Yeah.
And she'll come in and sit and start eating, and I'll be like,
You're like, I did not give you life to be annoying.
and I'm terrible. Dude, I'm trying to make my kids so that they're tough, and when they get to high school, nobody can give them shit.
because they're like, my dad's done
My
worse."
dad
Yeah.
said worse.
So I'll be like, hey,
That sounds terrible, actually. My dad abuses
I feel
me
like
verbally.
I'm helping the boy
oh
along
yeah,
with
for
that,
sure. But Kaylee's 13, right? And I'll just look at her and be like, hey, could you possibly be any fucking grosser?
I said, I went over. I just want to mention this because it was so funny to me. Not in the moment. It didn't even
Can
occur.
I tell it from my
yeah.
perspective?
I just want to say this didn't even register to me as like anything amusing in the moment.
No.
But after it was mentioned, it was so funny. So like I go over there, and his son always wants to play ball and like wrestle and stuff. When we started wrestling, anyway, I'll
So
leave it there.
Blake comes over. He's always playing with Kylan. Like you said, you're always wrestling and stuff like that. They're out in the driveway, just hanging out. And sometimes I just go about my business while they're hanging out.
Yeah.
And I'm walking by them in the driveway. I'm going to like my truck or something. And Blake has Kylan like twisted up, like in like this pretzel, but one foot is like still just on the ground, you know? And I'm paying no attention to it. He kicks the shit out of my son constantly. But as I'm walking by, I hear Blake go, yeah, you like having one foot on the ground, you dumbass. And dude, I just died laughing because, like, what the fuck?
Who talks to kids like that?
You're like, but it was the dumbest burn ever, so it made it so funny. Just you like
Well,
having
I
one
think-
foot on the ground, you dumbass.
I said it a little bit differently than that. Like I liked how crispy it was. That's what I was like. How do you like having one foot on the ground, dumbass?
Yeah, that's what it was.
He just started
Shit.
and I didn't even register to me as like,
It's not something you should be saying to kids.
Right.
oh no,
But dude, it's funny because I remember when we were kids and like mom was always like, don't say that, and she was, you know, like you kind of had to mind your P's and Q's and stuff.
your mom makes you soft.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
and there was like we've talked about it before. I remember just being scared of everything, always scared of like getting in trouble, never said bad words, even if like adults weren't around. Like I didn't
Yeah.
say bad words, like don't say that bad word, and you'd fucking tell on kids. Like, but I'm like, I don't want my kids to be like that, you know, because we grew out of it, but it
Yeah.
takes a while. And so, dude, my kids are fucking hardcore. Like they can take the shit.
You-
Like today, I was like, Kylan, go pick up these sticks because we trimmed some trees. So he goes and gets my specific dog shit scooping bucket, right? And it had some dog shit in it. So he poured the dog shit out on the ground where I got the dog shit from, and then goes over, puts sticks in it, and starts hauling them to the fire pit. And I went over to start light the fire pit on fire, and there's a pile of dog shit right there. I'm like, Kylan, and he looks over. I was like, did you pour the dog shit out of that onto the ground? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you know you're retarded, right? He's like, yeah.
Jesus.
So I had a bad parenting thing happen this last weekend. Obviously, we skipped last week's podcast because I went to a family reunion camping. But one of the nights, my son, well, every night, my son did not want to go to bed. He did not like sleeping in that camper. I think it's because it was like new and.
Yeah, kids don't like being anywhere fucking else.
But
Yeah, they really
It's
do.
really inconvenient.
anyway, so we were trying to get him into the camp. Like I got him, sent him in the camper. My wife's trying to get some clothes out for him, you know, a nightie and all that. And he keeps trying to, like, come out of the camper. And he's trying to go feet first because it's a big step. And he's trying to be safe about it. And I keep, like, just pushing him back in. I'm like, no, Peyton, you got to stay in. And then I went to push him again, but he had only, like, he had started to come almost all the way out. So he didn't have his hands ready. When I went to push him forward, he clonked his head on the floor. Oh, you know how bad I felt? He started crying.
Well,
so
yeah.
my wife said, close the door. So I closed the door.
Oh
shit.
You're like, oh, he's gonna
I'm like,
cry. I'm
I
gonna
didn't- no,
fucking
no,
close the
You're
door
like,
on
so I
him.
pushed him, called him the N-word, shut the door.
So he was in, and the reason my wife like snapped at me, close the fucking door. And I'm like, okay. So I closed the door, and I thought I was in trouble. Well, I go back to check on him because he's still bawling. I go in there, and it looks like my wife has murdered my son because he has such a bad bloody nose from knocking his face on the ground. You know how bad I felt?
Oh, yeah, you feel like a pile
I
of
felt like, and it
dicks.
wouldn't stop. It's his very first bloody nose. So of course it's just,
Yeah, and him
It's like a
crying is making
fountain.
it worse.
and it doesn't like. I'm sure it didn't hurt him because it just hit his nose just right where it.
Just enough to
Just
make him
enough.
bleed.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to get up.
But I'm like sitting there like, oh
Especially if
god,
you're
did I
a
break his
ginge.
fucking nose or
Redhead
something?
people get bloody noses a lot. Do you get bloody nose
No.
a lot? You don't?
Dude,
I don't
I-
remember my last bloody
The
nose.
few and the proud, huh?
few
It's
in the-
funny
Yeah, one
that
of
you
the-
mentioned that because I was
I can
thinking
tan.
today of like something that used to be like a normal occurrence in my life when I was young that hasn't happened very often at all in adulthood because it shouldn't. But like, you know, that sharp feeling of getting smashed in the face, like on the nose, and you just got that fucking, it just spreads through, like it hurts so bad, but it's like
Yeah.
a sharp, like resounding
Yeah.
through your face. And I was like, that used to happen to me like all the time, you know, as a kid.
Yeah. Well,
Like when a ball, like, boom,
Yeah.
you
just
know,
right.
like,
I had this thought, though. When do you stop falling down 12 times a day? Because Claire right now, right, she's almost 3. She falls down 26 times a day,
yeah.
right?
Um,
Carly's 7. She falls down 17 times a day. Kylan is 10. He falls down, I'd say, 7, 8 times a day.
I feel like I got past that by like 5.
Yeah, and
you know?
Kaylee-
my son doesn't fall down hardly at all.
Kaylee falls a lot, though, because she's just, like, doesn't pay attention.
yeah.
So I feel like her falling down
She's
is
just like
higher
that
than-
dork kind of.
which is funny because she's
Yeah.
also super athletic now.
Yeah. She's a weird combination of.
Yeah, like
So-
she can do like back walkovers and cartwheels and all this crazy dance shit, but she cannot for the life of her get down the stairs without
Yeah.
falling.
So
Just like one of those klutzes.
yeah,
my son doesn't fall down a lot. Like running around the house doesn't fall down. Like running around outside doesn't fall down a
Really?
lot. I mean, he does every once in a while.
but it's like just
When
think
we were
about that.
camping, he
There's-
fell, like,
there's a
3
time in
times.
your life where you fall for sure a lot every day, and then like we're at the point right now. Like if we fell in a day, we'd be
I
like,
don't think
fucking,
I-
I fell last week. You never believe it.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I ate shit.
And then it's hard to get back up. You're like,
I
oh,
slipped
fuck.
down the
No,
I
that's
slipped
not-
down the stairs in the winter. I told everybody about it.
Yeah.
I was like, this was a big deal in my life. You know? But that's the thing. So right now, like he's got enough coordination, but he doesn't have the speed.
No,
So once he
he's
gains
got some speed.
No, I'm saying like when he gets some real,
How old's Pate?
2.
once he gets some real like,
Yeah, I bet between 3, 4, and 5 he's gonna start.
Once he
getting
starts
hurt.
That's what I'm
moving-
thinking. It goes like this.
he starts
Yeah,
moving
yeah.
faster, but his coordination. So he starts moving faster, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I don't." And then he's gonna. I bet he's right. The next 2 or 3 years, he eats shit way more than he does right now, and then once his coordination catches up with him getting faster,
Yeah.
you know,
And I'm sure like you track how often people fall. It goes. It's literally just a loop, like a hump here, a hump there, a hump
Yeah.
there, and then it's kind of like really,
Biden went like,
That's what I'm saying. It's like really like okay.
had a
you're
bike.
About 70, it starts going
Yeah.
back up.
yeah.
One of those is
When do we
the end, and you flatline.
Yep.
Jeez.
There's the
Like I
last
hope our
fall.
president does. What?
I said there's the last fall eventually.
Dude, I went to boop Claire on the nose the other day, right?
Yeah.
I just got home and she came. It's the best. She's, like I said, she'll be 3 next month. But when I get home, she's like, Daddy! And she runs over to me, you know? And I go to boop her on the nose and she stops and she's like waiting for the boop, you know? I'm like, I'm going to boop her cute little face. Right before I touch her nose, she just rips this fart and then starts laughing and runs away.
That's good. My son, when I come home, what he does is because he doesn't really talk. He's excited to see me. He does like a little like dance. He's like, "Fuck yeah, Dad's home," and then he ignores me for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Like, good to see you. Bye.
Or he'll come up and be like, "Yeah, up," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll pick him up," and then he'll kick me in the nuts as I'm picking him up.
Yeah, dude,
Constantly.
3 sucks. 3's
Like
right
I can't hold him like facing away from me anymore, like this, because he kicks back.
Yep.
There's been 2 times that he's done that I almost dropped him
Yep.
because it hit my nuts just right. I was like,
Yep.
and I'm like slowly lowering him down because I'm like dying.
If
Don't-
Claire's throwing a fit, I have to hold her out because she kicks now.
Well, I don't have long enough arms, and my son's legs are long enough
Yeah,
from
my
a full
fucking-
length. Like
you
if
can
I'm holding him
imagine,
away from my body, he can
most
still.
of my kids are tall,
Yeah,
and so by 3 they can kick me right in the dick and nuts, and it sucks.
Zach, next time he starts kicking, just fucking knock him on the floor again.
Just throws him. Fuck
well, I'm
you,
holding
then.
him when he does that.
yeah. Bloody his nose. Teach him a
Fuck
lesson.
it, just suplex him.
Yeah. Goo. I bet he learned pretty quick, honestly. Like, people are against that.
So-
but
I did.
Speaking of learning-
of parent fails, I like to do wrestling moves on Kylan, right? Typically, I do like the tombstone or the last ride because those are ones that you can do onto a couch or a bed or fake them. You know, tombstone, you don't really pile drive his head into the floor and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I found out the hard way on my son that you can't fake the Stone Cold Stunner.
no, you cannot.
And I didn't think that through. But
God
that shit
damn.
works.
Oh no.
Where did
Damn.
you do it?
He was on the couch or the bed. I don't remember what. But I didn't kick him in the stomach. I just gave him a little jab, you know? Because if you got to jab first and they bend, it's like, oh, like that. And then I flipped around and fucking full on stunnered him. And then as I'm going down, I'm like,
Is this
so
child
legit,
abuse?
like slow motion, like logistically thinking about it. I'm like, oh no. I just slam his face against my shoulder and he's like, oh. I'm like,
Dude.
oh, whoops, sorry, dude. We'll stick with the two.
Well, it's proven that roughhousing with your kids builds self confidence.
Yeah, it
Sure.
does.
Yeah. We used to do it with our
my
dad, all the time.
kicked our fucking asses, like to the point where our mom was like, "You fucking take this outside," and we're like, "It's not roughhousing if it's outside, mom."
We used to do this thing
He
where,
kicked the fucking shit out of
dude,
us.
and it was like not, he didn't take it easy on us at all, especially as we got older and we started to think like, you know, when you get to the age where you think you can take your dad, but
No,
you
you
so can't take your dad.
Yep.
No.
So we used to think it was really funny because his recliner kind of faced into the kitchen, like the open hallway and stuff, facing the TV into the living room.
It's the only
and we
chance you
thought
had.
we thought it was so funny
The
to like go
element of
up
surprise.
and grab his chair and pull it down, like so it was like on his
You
back.
tip him over. you
Tip
know?
him over on his back. We
Oh,
thought
Lord.
that was so funny.
Then you're fucked.
And we just get him like that, and we're like, ah, and then we run away. So one time I try to get my dad with the element of surprise, right? I sneak up and I slap my hands over the sides of the chair like this, and he was, dude, he
Like
was
a fucking
ninja.
viper.
Like his hands come up, like grab my arms, right, and then
And you're
he
like, oh fuck.
swings his legs up as high as he could, and just brings them down, and
Flips
just
leg
fucking
all the way over.
flings me over flat on my back, looking over. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like, that doesn't add up. Physics, you know, like
Full bore. Dude, one time I was fucking with him. He grabbed me by the shirt and grabbed me by the fucking like the belt and picked me up and slammed me against the ceiling. Because Dad's 6'2" at his tallest, but he's got a 7-foot wingspan. He's got fucking gorilla arms.
Yeah.
Like, you know the little like the you know that picture, the scientific picture of like the
Yeah.
anatomy, and it shows like how your height is the same as your wingspan.
Yeah.
His
little bit
wingspan's longer than mine.
Oh shit.
It's fucking insane. So, but he did that. He grabbed me, fucking boom, right against the ceiling. I was 15. I was
Yeah.
6'3".
And
yeah,
he's like,
because when he did it when we were kids, it was like not that crazy.
Yeah.
but when we're like nearing adulthood,
dude, I don't think I could. So
You're all like, that's bullying.
no, I'm fine with that.
Oh, good. I don't think you can pick
I
your
don't-
son
I
up
don't
at
think-
15, though.
I think I could.
You don't know how big he's going to be.
I don't think it matters. I think he's gonna be a skinny kid his entire
yeah,
life.
Zach does it, and he's 4 feet away from the ceiling.
Well, that's what's gonna be. It had to be up here. Ha, I could throw you with the ceiling up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But no, I was saying is I still don't think if my dad and I roughhoused, if I could win.
I don't think.
I've seen.
I think the stamina would
See,
be
I've
in my
play
favor.
fought with Dad recently.
I've seen
and
Dylan get the upper hand on
I've
Dad
gotten
once
the
or
upper
twice.
hand on him, but I feel like if it was for blood, I still couldn't take him because
I don't-
Yeah,
he's hovering around 200 pounds,
Yeah.
give or take, all the time. He's still. Hey, I mean, he's a strong fucking.
Well, and my
guy. He's
dad's-
always been strong.
And my dad's always still super fucking active.
Well, he's got those
and-
goddamn arms, dude.
Yeah.
Like my thing is, if I'm fucking with somebody, usually I have a reach advantage. It's not very often that the reach advantage is on the other side.
Yeah.
So when Dad can fucking punch you from so far apart.
Well, see, for me, my dad and I are very, very similar in, like, I'm pretty much just like a copy and paste of my dad, like body build, everything.
yeah,
But I think what it is I just don't think I could.
I just
Like, I think if it went
I
down
think
to
there's
it,
something in your head forever that you're just like, until you see your dad just be old and
like old.
I've
and
been-
declining. I don't think that you ever just feel like you can kick your dad's ass.
I've
Like,
actually thought about this a lot lately. I think I've crossed that line.
you heard that, Dad. Next time you come up,
He's all just fucking
back.
like, you
For
want
me-
to
I
box?
for me, it would
I
be
actually think, yeah, when you factor in age and everything like that, and
well, my dad's
Dad
not much
is
older
not
than
as obviously young
Nimble
or
and,
active as he
yeah.
used to be.
Yeah.
He doesn't lift heavy shit every day. My dad was construction strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking different, dude.
Yeah.
Because you never looked at it. I mean, there was times where you're like, yeah, Dad's pretty jacked, but
Yeah.
it wasn't ever like that guy goes to the gym looking jacked. But
Yeah.
that's different. Fucking like lifting heavy shit.
Yeah.
and working with your hands kind of strong.
Yeah.
is a different fucking strong.
Yeah.
It is.
And that guy, I mean, there was a couple times where, like, Dad never like hit us. Like,
fuck,
he never
blocked me a few times.
No,
but
he
not
did-
like.
But he
not
never.
like,
It was
yeah.
never like, "Hey, fuck, you did something bad." You
Yeah.
know? He would be like, "Hey, fucker," and pop you in the shoulder, right? And you'd have to like not let him see you crying. He
That's how my
totally
dad was,
didn't
too.
mean to. Like, definitely didn't. Mean
he didn't mean to put
but
that
you're
strength
like,
behind it. And you're like, ow.
"Oh God!"
He wasn't
suck it back
maliciously
in."
hitting you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, for my dad, it would be down to a stamina thing.
Yeah.
I would have him in the stamina because obviously I'm
God, his stamina must
40
suck.
years older. I'm 40 years older or
Jesus.
younger than him.
40 years older. I'm like, I don't think that's how that works, Zach.
Wait, do
Yeah.
you get to fight with the CPAP on, or
That brings down my stamina.
is his called a CPAPy because he's
So-
the dad?
He actually doesn't have to have a CPAP, so I'm the old one.
Maybe you're fucked still. You
Yeah,
might have to
maybe.
wait another 10 years.
Actually, he could probably use one too. He probably snores as bad as I do.
I bet
Um,
Dad
for me,
needs
so-
a CPAP.
So I know
Probably.
I couldn't take him with the CPAP on because I can't even masturbate with that thing on, or else I get out of breath.
How? It pumps air into you.
Here's the thing: is
You're
it
telling me
feels
you've
like you're
never
it feels
once-
like you're suffocating.
Have you ever once successfully busted in the CPAP? Not in the CPAP, while
yeah, I
wearing
busted
the
it and I
CPAP.
put it right on. Like,
God, that's got to be like the most.
that was gross.
That's got to
Yeah,
be like
you're
the
fucking
most
gross.
vulnerable position you could find somebody in, with the CPAP strapped to their face, like just jacking
Jacking
off, on,
So,
and,
for me,
like
it makes me
naked
feel
on the top
claustrophobic.
of their
You
blankets.
just walk into Zach's room. He's like,
You think darkness is your ally?
I have a VPN.
Fucking Bane.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna make cummies.
Like, state of Idaho, you can't stop me.
It's true. Oh, guys, we're
Oh wow, why is that still doing?
His
Stop
is the
it.
only one that does that too.
No shit.
guys, we're gonna take a quick break here. We'll be back.
In
we're
a
gonna-
split second.
Yeah.
oh, say, can you see
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hail, and the twilight's last gleaming,
and the rockets were there, and the rockets were there,
and the stripes were there.
too.
That's enough of that.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
gonna come out not around the 4th.
When's it going to come out?
The
July
Monday before
5th.
the 4th.
What?
The Monday before the 4th.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's pretty close.
Yeah,
This
so
is
a
our
week
4th
of
of
the
July
4th?
episode, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4th of July.
Independence Day.
We don't have any fireworks. Gavin, make a firework impression.
Bang.
Good.
Is that sounded like a fucking like an old gun.
Or like a 22.
Wait,
Yeah.
I got it.
Pop. That was good.
See, that was only available to you because he did not clean the floor.
Okay. I saw the funniest thing today, and I was so confused for a second. So there's a fireworks stand on the corner on Yellowstone by Dad's and Good to Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I looked over, and I saw they have the sign, and it says, like, lists all this fireworks they have. And the very bottom, it says Snakes and Sparklers, which I laughed at because I feel like they
Yeah.
did that on purpose. And then also, every fireworks stand, what are their color schemes? Either red, white, and blue, black and yellow, or red and yellow for some
Yeah.
reason. Right?
Yeah.
This one's red and yellow. And so the sign that has all the fireworks listed on it is red and yellow. The big tent, white, red, yellow. Then there's a sign right here posted in the ground that says, and it's red and yellow, and it says, bad credit, no problem. Right? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Who's
I'm
buying
like,
fireworks
that is
on
the most
credit?
America shit I've ever heard. Credit card debt and fireworks for fireworks. And then
Fuck
I
yeah.
realized that the fireworks stand is in a car lot.
Like,
made way more
no
sense.
problem.
Okay.
I was like, what the fuck? They literally check your credit. They're,
They're
like,
like-
oh, that's pretty rough. How
They're
much do you want?
financing fireworks.
I want some goddamn.
I don't know. Your 420 credit score probably can't get this fucking aerial rocket.
But if you would look over
Areola?
here.
Aerial rocket.
Oh, I thought you
Areola.
said areola rocket.
Me too. That's what I was like. Areola, huh? That'd be kind of cool. Would you? I don't know. That sounds dangerous as fuck too. It's like tassels that spin.
I tried to shoot a bottle rocket out of my butt crack once.
Get some splinters.
Oh,
Dude.
It
Like
didn't
the
work.
fire.
Here you
Well,
go. Here you go.
didn't
Here you
think
go.
about
Here you
it.
go. Sounding with the bottle rocket.
Ow.
Oh,
Dude, no. Splinter
Wonder
City.
if that exists. Where's my phone?
And the rockets.
I'm gonna turn on my
were
VPN.
there.
I can get on
turn it
Pornhub.
on.
You know what would be worse? As if like your dick just clamped onto it and just stuck there and burned
And then
your
it
cock
just
into
Speaking of that,
And then
when I
blew up.
tried to shoot the bottle rocket out of my butt crack, I didn't account for the pain of the sparks. And so when
And you
I
clenched.
lit it, it sparked, hit my butt cheeks, hurt, clenched, popped in my butt. And I'm gay now.
Popped in my
And I'm
butt.
gay now.
Yeah, I love that. Popped in my butt.
Dude,
So
That's a clip.
I love the 4th of
Clipped
July.
it.
you know what my favorite clip is? From TikTok or from our Marco Polo. And
I'm a big fat cocksucker.
I don't know why. I just love it. It's,
What was the other one?
I'm a
Doesn't Blake have one?
yeah.
I love black cocks.
Yeah.
But I love black
So
cocks.
as I said that, I knew
Immediate-
Zach was getting up to his fuckery. So
Lick the chocolate off your starfish.
he sends that in the messenger, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got you too.
Biddies.
Biddies. This podcast has made me legitimately hate my laugh more than I ever could
Than
have.
anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what I can't do most times? Listen to the podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because then my voice kicks in and I'm like, well, that's fucking done
I've gotten
with this.
past my voice. I've accepted that for what it is, but then I notice little habits that I have. And I drive myself crazy. Like I make a mental
pussy pal.
I make a mental note to change myself
Yeah.
during the podcast. Yeah.
I do that all
Like
the
I
time.
noticed
I got
like,
used
a
to my
lot of
voice a
times
long
I'll,
time
Wait,
ago.
what
but
laugh?
I'll do this.
The squeak.
The raptor voice.
This yeah, which is like not even something I do all that much, you know.
So you're just all like, fuck.
But when someone's like way funny, that's like a new thing. And then I'll see myself on camera. I'll like sit here and I just kind of like. That's a habit from school where I would be like, I'm way.
Fuck, I never found that polo either. That was-
So it's what? I don't
it
know.
was.
I don't know.
I thought you had something. I was just trying to help you remember. The N word.
And he still beat Biden in the fucking debate.
I heard it was quite the clowny thing.
Oh, dude, it was wild.
But
it was
let's.
so wild.
Have you guys seen that dude Harry on TikTok? He's like a ultra fucking mega
Yeah,
Biden
because I
supporter.
follow the guy that always counter punches him.
Yeah.
The older millennial.
So he got on. He's like saying Republicans are scared for the bubble for this debate and blah 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 because they know that Biden's going to come in and just
We're scared he's going to make us look fucking stupid.
Yeah, nobody was afraid
and
of
then
that.
directly after the debate he gets on. He's like, and it didn't really matter. This debate didn't matter. I'm like, oh, it didn't matter because you guys beat Medicaid.
Yeah.
You beat it into the ground.
And the minorities, they got raped. We beat Medicaid. Oh, dude, it was bad. It was so bad. I've been watching
I didn't
clips
watch
all
the
day.
debate, but I've seen some of the clips.
I tuned in whenever I like it was on. I didn't realize it was last night. I was at the gym and I got on TikTok and I was like, "Oh shit, that's happening right now." So I like just set it aside and I was just listening to it for a while because CNN broadcasted live.
Actually, you know what? I didn't watch it because I was moving my sister, and that
Ew.
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 Yeah. Wow.
No.
It was a kind of a gross experience because I was,
I'm
gross.
sorry. Fuck.
dude. It was an awful day, hard long day, and then
I thought that was Wednesday.
God damn.
Hard
You were.
long cock.
Thursday. No, you're right.
Yeah, that was Wednesday.
Wednesday.
The debate was yesterday.
What was I doing? I was probably jacking off. Oh yeah, because I lost Pornhub access, so I got my VPN.
Yeah.
So I celebrated by
He
like
says that
jacking
like
off a lot.
He's
he
like,
says that like it took up more than 6 minutes of his afternoon.
Well, like back to back,
Back to back, yeah.
like 5 times.
Random question. When you jack off,
No.
how long does it take for real?
Oh, I teased myself for a while.
Yeah, I edge a little bit.
I edge, yeah.
I guess everyone does, but I've honestly, there's been a couple of times I'm like, this is taking fucking ever.
There's times where
like
it takes a long time.
it took so long that I was like, my dick isn't even into this anymore. I'm
There's
done.
been times where I was like,
It's like, I'm going to sleep. You do what you do.
there's been
right?
times where I was like, I was like, why am I'm not even
into this.
I'm not into this right now. Like, I don't even want to, you know?
Oh, I always want to.
I always want to. Like, I want to just, like, you want the,
that feeling.
you want to come.
You want
but,
the
but you don't,
endorphins.
you ever just, like, been not into the
Serotonin.
work? Like, just whatever, you know, like that kind of thing. Like, just roll over and fall asleep.
You disappoint yourself.
I'm
You're like, God damn.
whatever. Yeah.
Like, look how much of a bag of shit you look like in that.
Wow.
That is not a good photo.
That's
How the
not a
fuck do
good
you do
picture.
that?
Yeah, what is that?
The archive.
Oh, the archive.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Not good.
Talking about me because I'm like shirtless in half of those.
Oh my God. Look at Blake.
My long hair.
That was literally fucking like February.
Yeah, I cut off my hair in
You know, I got cold old for
April,
using Marco Polo.
May. Yeah, I know it's kind of boomery now. Like I get it. Like
You know what I get told? Why not
Uh.
just use Snapchat? I'm like,
It's the same fucking thing.
well, and it's like
but the difference is like,
easier to use than Snapchat. Like you just hit a button.
well, the difference between Snapchat and Marco Polo is that you can go back to your old polos up
Yeah.
to like almost a year. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah,
they
if
slowly
you-
start deleting them now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you buy premium, like you can
Go back as
keep
far
it.
as you want.
Yeah,
But they're expensive as fuck. So it's
but
really
Polo is just a video messaging app, and like you can do just voice if you want to. But like
Yeah.
Snapchat's way more complicated than that. Like,
yeah.
it's not.
Well, it's just an instant this
Yeah.
and that's it. It's
'Cause-
gone forever.
It's really good at its one purpose, and that's why we use it over Snapchat. And like I
What's everyone's Snapchat scores?
mine's like 400.
I think mine's at that or lower.
Yeah, mine.
What's
yeah.
a Snapchat score?
It's like how many. If like the more snaps you send, I bet Gavin's is high as fuck compared to ours.
yeah, 34,000.
Yeah. Okay. Like
I don't have it installed on my phone right
Amanda's sister. I know, and this was like 3 or 4 years ago. Hers was like 675,000
Jesus H Christ.
because that's what
Is
she
it like
uses.
one? Is it like
That's
one
how
point
many
per
snaps
snap?
you've.
I don't know. I don't know if that's number of snaps, but I know you get scores for like daily streaks and
Yeah.
shit. TikTok started doing that. Me and Dylan had a streak of like communicating with each other on TikTok.
Oh,
Real?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh, really?
Like, because we would like send videos back and forth.
Huh.
And,
yeah, I don't. I feel really bad. You guys send me all these messages on TikTok.
well, I send you stuff mostly to do on here, but we haven't done that.
We
in a while.
kinda
We
went
should
away.
do that like maybe right now. There's probably a bunch of good built up shit.
Can
we do it?
I don't trust this laptop.
Ah, fuck.
I
It's
really
like I
don't.
sent some fucking.
Oh,
fire.
fix the computer.
What about it?
I said I fixed the computer. I
You
think.
did
I just need to find a screen to bring up here now.
a screen.
Yeah.
The screen's broken.
No, it's on my main setup now, and I kind of like having my 3 monitors.
Oh,
again.
you piece of shit! Give us our screen back.
It was originally a part of my gaming setup.
I know, but you don't need 3
Yeah, I do.
for what?
You don't know him.
When
I
I,
just-
do, when I
I
do
just-
that live streaming thing, you know, I got the game on this one. I got this program that we use to
And
record
he's
on
got
this one,
porn on the other.
and then I got. Well, I mean, sometimes.
Damn it! So now we fixed a problem, but you created a new problem.
Yeah, not an expensive one though.
Okay, well, let's get a screen so we can get our fucking computer back up here because I want to do TikToks every now and then.
And not have it
Right.
like cut out on audio. on
Yeah,
us.
because this is not.
Oh, you're watching people fight in McDonald's.
Oh, dude, for real. That was forever ago. It's weird
far-
that
how-
that was like fucking almost last
Speaking of
year.
I should
McDonald's,
probably do that later.
I want you to know
Yeah.
you guys got me. You guys had me laughing talking about you going into that. What the fuck? You going into that McDonald's? At
Oh yeah, when I the one at
just
the
go
truck
right,
stop.
right through the subway.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, welcome to Subway. You fat fuck.
I'm like,
You piece of shit.
fuck you guys, dude. I'm going to get a quarter pounder, a couple of them.
For reference, Blake has this truck stop he stops at on his route, and every once in a while he goes to McDonald's there. But to get to that McDonald's, you got to walk through a Subway,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
walks through the Subway. Hey, welcome in.
I'm like,
Keeps walking.
Yeah.
thanks. I'm always like nice. I always like, how's it going? Keep walking. Don't even break stride.
Okay, so what's your guys? I know we did the food rating thing, but what is? Let's go in depth. What is you guys' opinion on Subway?
I actually I used to love Subway. And then they like came out with this thing like we took all the additives and shit out of our bread and stuff. And I was like,
now it sucks.
yeah, now it's worse. Like
Yeah.
I was like, okay, put them back in. And like,
I had a Subway sandwich for the first time in like months the other day, and I was like, God, this is actually really good.
I enjoy it.
I don't think it's.
I still
bad.
enjoy it, yeah.
it's just It's like Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, or Jersey Mike's Firehouse, Jimmy John's Subway. Like
Yeah.
it's at
Jimmy
the
John's
bottom.
at the top.
And Jimmy John's.
I love Jimmy John's.
Jimmy
too.
John's. Like I went
But
and got.
dude, fucking Jersey Mike's is the shit.
Jersey Mike's is good.
Gandolfo's is
they're all
pretty good.
really good. Gandolfo's. I have never been there actually.
Really?
But yeah.
They're not bad actually. I can. You
But
know,
yeah, all those are better. But Subway, like you just go and get like an $18 footlong or whatever it is now. You
See,
know,
that's
and
the
like-
problem I have with Subway is it's good. It's not great.
Yeah.
And it's fucking expensive as shit. It's
Yep.
just
Yeah,
as
I do-
much
I
money
do
as
miss
the
the
if you
other
guys
$5
actually want
footlongs.
cheap Subway, get their app.
Yeah.
Their app is fucking killer. For
I was
that.
telling
it?
so I was telling my wife the same thing I told you guys with like a walk through Subway and she's like, why don't you ever go to Subway? I'm like, well, because I've got the McDonald's app and I get the deals and
It's worth it.
I order at when I park the truck, I order it. By the time I walk in, take a piss and get there, it's done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, there's a Subway app too. And I was like, I don't know why that never occurred to me. It never
You're
occurred
like,
to me
McDonald's
until,
is the
Speaking
only
of
one
that
with an
McDonald's
app.
when I deliver to the Loves, just outside of Idaho Falls here,
yeah, he walks into the McDonald's and they say, hi, Zach.
there is one lady there that just calls me the Coca-Cola man.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, the Coca-Cola man's back. I'm like, I haven't been here in 3 weeks.
He's like, "What up, sticky hands?"
But a lot of times when I get that McDonald's, it's finished working that store. It's my last stop of the day, so I'm like, I'm gonna get myself some McDonald's, some
Yeah.
to eat. So as I'm like closing up my truck, I'm ordering it. So by the time I walk in, I go take a piss, and then I walk in, they're like, order for Zach, and they hand it to me like, you fat fuck.
You fat fuck.
Piece of shit.
Like his 2 bags.
Well, it's not too.
I only eat once a day.
Here's the thing: is they see me, they know I'm a Coke driver, right? So they know it's just me, and I'm ordering like the shareable meal, which is like 20 McNuggets, 2 hamburgers, and like 2 medium fries, and then a caramel frappe.
And you share it with
Yeah.
yourself.
It's like,
Well, I mean, I don't eat it all. Like I usually get back and there's a sandwich and a medium fry left. So I mean, I do eat quite a bit, but again, that's the only thing I'm eating that day.
It's like I eat it, then I drive back to the warehouse, and then I eat the rest.
No, I usually
at
hop
least
out
they
and I'm
call
like,
you.
whoever the first driver I see, I'm like, you want a sandwich and a pair of some fries?
Oh, really? Fuck, I'm gonna.
Like
work
I
at
could
Coke.
take it home and give it to my wife and my son, and I'm like, give it to my coworkers instead.
At least they call you Coke Man instead of like Shitgate or something like that.
Shitgate.
Yeah.
No, it's not McDonald's. I was at a good to go.
It
when I
sounds
was at
like
Tech.
that sounds like one of the fucking conspiracy theories.
Yeah, it really does.
Shitgate.
The shit game.
It's like Watergate and
Yeah.
fucking
Dude, you know,
Deflategate.
I think next week I
Shitgate.
want to take a deep dive into conspiracy theories. Like
That
each of
would
us-
be fun.
I think each of us should pick a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
that really
do it.
speaks
That'd
to
be
us.
really fun. And then we can like have like a spiel written out or some bullet points.
There you go.
Oh, I wrote down something funny. I thought Dylan might be able to do this really well. I just had this thought today.
What is it? I keep going to
But
my fucking notes
What would
about.
Australian people sound like during sex?
Okay.
Because I had
He's
one,
all like,
I had
I
one,
actually already
I had
know,
one
but-
sentence that like went through my head, but I'm not good at impressions. Like
What was your
mine was like, "Oh fuck, that feels fucking great."
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! That
You
feels
guys remember
fucking
that
great.
that one guy? He's a ginger too. He's an Australian dude, and he's always making fucking funny videos.
Oh,
He was
I
he was around during the Vine time,
haven't seen him.
and he's like a pudgier dude.
That was really good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I can't fucking remember
The
his
only
name.
Australian Vine guy I knew was when he was like, "I got skills. What are you gonna do about it?"
Oh yeah, that guy.
Tosses
Yeah.
shit behind him.
What's another one like?
And then-
Oh fuck yeah, tickle my balls.
yeah.
Zach, if he was there, he'd be like, "Yeah, suck on my Zach Baggins."
Yeah, but I just had that thought today, like while I was driving, it made me
Oh
laugh.
fuck, that feels fucking great.
Just
Damn.
go through it like.
You want to see my koala? I got a wallaby for you. All right, I'm gonna put it in now. Are you ready? It's a python.
I'm going
What's your safe
terrified that
word?
I'm just gonna blow every sentence.
I'm gonna blow something.
Oh yeah, I love it when you suck and cock.
Oh yeah. What's your safe word? I can't do accents.
No, it's because you gave up. That
Yeah,
was the problem. You were
you-
fine, and then you fumbled.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah, guys.
It's when you get embarrassed. It's hard to
Yeah,
do
you
it.
just gotta.
You
commit.
ready for my Nutella? It's like
That
a
was a good
buttery
one.
spread.
Can't name your kid that.
We can't name the kid that though after I blow it in you.
Give it a shot, Zach.
I can't.
You can. You
He's
can.
already overthought it.
No, I've overthought it. That's exactly it. I've overthought it now.
Yeah,
There's one person here I know can't do that impression. It's you.
What?
Australian during sex.
Australian during sex? I can't. You're right.
Yeah,
You
actually,
kinda
you
nailed it right
you were kind of
there.
on the way to a good one.
Yeah.
You were knocking on
I
the
didn't
door.
think you could, but
Mine's pretty weak today, actually.
I don't think so.
Hugh Jackman,
You Jackman,
Wallaby,
Hugh Jackman.
Wallaby,
Razor Blades,
razor blades,
Nutella.
Nutella,
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 Nutella.
Crikey.
Crikey.
And then there's Australians listening. They're like, "You guys are a travesty."
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
They're like, "Fucking Americans,
Like
man."
never come here. Never come here.
Never come here. Yeah. If there's some Australians listening, and we know you are, please
Actually,
send in
So
some.
actually, we do have.
Send us in your
Knowing
from
what I
Australia
know
listens to
now.
us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. If
Knowing what I know now.
if you're listening to this episode,
Definitely
send us in some clips.
Yeah, definitely. That
Send
would
them
be fucking
to
awesome.
the messenger, easily offensive messenger. If we get that from you, we will literally
Play them.
shit.
Yeah, I have it's one of the guys that plays games with. He's from Australia. Listens to us every once in a while. He
Oh,
says
that'd
we're
be cool.
Fucking wild.
We're
But he says it like
Ah,
you're
you guys
fucking
are-
wild.
You guys
Ooh,
are
there you
fucking
go.
wild.
Yeah, you guys are fucking wild. You did it good. I have a hard time because I do Scottish constantly.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll,
So like it'll translate
Because
into that.
Australian,
They'll go
by
trans
far
on
the
it.
hardest.
Really?
Yes, because you're tiptoeing on British.
I don't. Yeah.
You're tiptoeing on all this other shit.
New Zealand.
I think if you do British with some swoops in it,
With some
Yeah.
sweeps.
a lot
Yeah,
of ups
you-
and downs, you know.
It's a weird fucking.
Yeah.
It took me the longest to get that because obviously everybody does British. Like you can do that. Then
All right, but what about Deep Congo?
I don't even know what
I
that
wouldn't have a-
sounds.
Shit.
That's 3 weeks in a row we've clicked. When somebody says that.
we really
It's because that's
have-
all we have,
Wait.
and that's probably not the Congo.
It's probably like maybe this.
had some rhythm to it.
Okay.
I would have no idea how
Gavin,
to
you have
even
a
like.
topic. You're looking at your phone.
Oh,
there.
dude, I have so many topics.
I like
Oh,
one.
I wrote
dude.
one down. Okay, 2v2 podcast fight.
2v2.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we get like in a ring and we beat up another podcast.
No, like two of us versus two of us.
What's the fairest?
Yeah, actually, that's what
Dylan, Blake.
most fair teams.
No, Zach, Gavin, Dylan versus Blake. That's most fair.
You think so?
All three of us against him.
yeah.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He said
I-
2v2. I think it's this side versus that side. Blake and me
Is the
versus you two.
fairest?
No.
Yeah, like
I just was thinking about it because I was like, we all have different like physical characteristics.
Yeah, but
and
what's my big long cock gonna do in a fight?
choke out Zach? But yeah, I was just thinking about it. I was like, I can't even think
He's going
about.
beer roast me.
I honestly can't come up with what would be the most fair combinations because like Dylan's got this crazy reach, you
Yeah.
know, like stuff like that, you know. So it was
Gavin and I would just run around punching guys in the dick. If it was
Yeah.
just
That's
us
a
two.
good strategy.
it is. I mean, I'd have to aim near your knees to get your balls, but it would work out eventually.
I mean, they do have some long hang.
There's a lot of people on the planet. Okay, a lot of people, and a lot of people have testicles. Okay, I've seen them. I've seen a lot of testicles, but I've got the longest ones. You can ask anybody. Okay,
don't
ask
wanna-
Kim Jong who has the longest balls. It's me.
It's me.
Okay. Now Biden, he's got some long balls. I've seen him.
You mean Sleepy
Okay.
Joe?
Sleepy Joe. And his handicap is not an 8, okay? No, it's not. But I have the longest balls, okay? He got long balls, but where did he buy them? Where did he get them from? China.
China.
Zed.
Obama.
I was gonna say like I don't want to fight all three of you.
He's like, I get worn out after a few.
I think you'd have to be, I don't know. We got to rank ourselves. Okay, number one's going to be Blake, right? He's the biggest. He's the
In what?
strongest. In being able to, if anybody in this room is going to fight each other, Blake's going to win against any of us.
Yeah.
We know that. Okay, who's second?
I don't know.
Fuck, that's because Gavin's like got this crazy like feisty bullshit in
Yeah.
there. Like I know he's got like
Zach's
a dark
got
side.
size.
Yeah, Zach's got thickness, like
Yeah,
stockiness.
dance around. Oh, you guys are just
No,
going
you're
to
not
dance around
fat.
calling
You're
me
just-
fat. Right?
No, like
no,
you're-
I
you're
get you
God.
You're
outweigh
the
us.
second heaviest person in this
You
room.
outweigh us.
You're,
That's
you're
a lot
stocky.
with fighting.
You're stocky. You're
Yeah, no, I know what
you're
you mean.
powerfully built. You
I
know,
could tickle your nuts from across the room.
How many
though,
times
so-
I've had people tell me that if I wanted to, I could be a power lifter.
you got a great build for powerlifting.
I think I'd have a
Yeah.
hard time against you though, because you're
Lower
our
to the
height
ground.
difference.
Yeah.
But on the contrary, he'd have a hard time with you because he runs and 8 feet away gets fucking popped. You know, like so.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
I've
Yeah.
got reach. Blake's just number one for sure. Zach has size. I have reach. He has low, like fighting from.
yeah.
You know,
Like,
everyone
honestly, I
hates
could
getting
think of
bit
like
by their ankles.
I can think of a million.
Plus,
different
I would get
scenarios.
distracted against you because I'd be saying bullshit like, "I've got the high ground, Anakin,"
Yeah, I don't know.
and
Like-
you pop me in the nuts while I was
So
doing
I-
impressions.
I really think the fairest one would be. Well, honestly, it'd be Dylan on one side, Blake on the other. So you got some height advantage on either side,
That's fair.
yeah.
I
and
think.
Then you're spreading out like
Okay, so we
A
have
bunch
to
of-
decide honestly who would win out of a fight between Zach and Gavin.
that'd be a hard one.
it's fucking
Yeah.
tough, dude. I don't know because Zach's way bigger and heavier, but like
And
if-
I don't want to be the dick and say. I mean, it's going to toot my horn a little bit here. I do think I have a strength advantage over Gavin, not
Yeah.
like monumental
I
amount.
don't know. Gavin's.
I would say
I
well,
feel like he'd fuck you
just
up more
on
than you
just on
think.
pure size, you've got that advantage. Gavin's going to be quick, and I think he's going to have more gas.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
Like I think you need to get a hold of Gavin.
Here, but Blake's bigger. I think it's me and Zach versus Blake and Gavin.
I think that'd be the
That
one.
I
evens
think that's
the
the
size
fairest.
because that puts you guys are kind of in the middle ground. You're the biggest mass wise, but Zach gets more reach and you get the quickness with Gavin.
The
I think
ferocity.
that's absolutely
uh,
the fairest is Zach and me versus you and
The
Gavin.
way I see this going is Dylan and Blake are like it's a Pokemon battle. Go Zakachu.
Yeah.
Go Gavin Toys.
Yeah, it would be wild.
You
Like,
just let us fight it out.
Obviously, it's something we'll never find out. I just thought it was interesting because I was thinking of combinations,
That was
and
a
I was
good.
like,
That was a good question though, because I think
Yeah.
that's it though. Because if you're evening out, like, it's like if you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 being the strongest and 4 being the weakest, 1 and 3 versus 2 and 4 is the fairest fight.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's kind of not.
That-
It's
I
not
think
even
that's the-
really that though. It's like because you guys are obviously have the mass, and so Gavin and I are the anomalies, and spreading it out fairly. You're the shorter of the mass, and so I would even that out for you.
Yep.
And you're
That's
the
the way it would be.
smaller of the anomalies to go with the biggest guy in the room.
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay,
That
but how
actually
many kindergartners do you think you could take in a fight?
dude, I could fuck up some kindergartners.
You remember that? Is that from Family Guy? He's all
Yeah.
like, I just think about how many kindergartners can you fucking take?
I don't-
And they're talking about a podcast.
Do you
I love
guys
that
remember
episode.
that show that what the fuck was it called? I don't even remember now.
Dude, just describe it.
so
I was doing
they
this
would
last
pick like
weekend.
lion and tiger. Who wins in a fight? And then they'd go
Animal
through,
face off.
Yeah.
Thank you. And you the whole time
remember
you're
that.
like, it's gonna be the fucking
You're rooting
this
for one.
And then like twice ever, the one that you're rooting for lost. And
Yeah.
you're like, fuck my life.
Yeah, you're like
You know,
pissed
it's
off about
13.
it.
Yeah, well, some of them were weird because they would set them in like situations where they would cross paths,
Yeah,
and you're like, well, obviously this one has the upper hand. It's its natural fucking element.
well,
you know?
and sometimes they would put them in like kind of like a neutral, as neutral of
yeah,
a ground as a
possible.
like it would be a weird one. Like some of them were
Alligators
so
versus gorillas or some shit.
Some of them were so lopsided, like a polar bear versus a gorilla. Like fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not even.
That's not
debatable.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the nerdy side of that, they have this thing on YouTube. It's called Death Battle. I don't
Oh
know if you guys
really?
have ever heard of that.
No.
I think
And
so.
so it's like I said, it's on more the nerdy side because they'll take like
Ninjas
Superman versus
Goku.
Yeah.
Goku.
Yeah.
And every time I've done it, Superman's won, which is fucking bullshit, by the way. Anyways,
It's actually
or they'll
Goku
do stuff
wins.
and they try and like make like the even battles. So I don't know if you like in comic book lore, you have this guy named Deathstroke. It's DC Comics,
You.
and then you have a guy. his
No,
name-
that's death by stroke.
yeah. Well, and then you have Deadpool.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
And so they'll pit them against each other, and they like detail each person's like
Their
strengths
backgrounds,
and weaknesses
yeah.
and their backgrounds and like what they're good at and what they're bad at, and like this guy's got this and that, and then they'll put them in a death battle, and it's always they do an animated version of it,
Yeah.
and it's really cool.
Remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
yeah, that
Yeah,
was so
fuck.
retarded.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so over the top too.
It's like Dane Cook versus Martha Stewart. Like, or some
Yeah.
shit.
Dude, I ate that shit up though. I love
Yeah,
it.
but it was always some like, oh, Martha Stewart pulls a chainsaw out of her purse and cuts
Yeah.
his head off. Like,
Yeah.
some-
Like,
One of the death battles was Courage the Cowardly Dog versus Scooby Doo.
oh wow. Huh.
who won?
Courage.
I would feel like Courage would win that one. Yeah.
He's more toony.
He's smarter.
Well,
He's less
more
afraid.
toony.
No,
But
they're both
but-
afraid, actually.
But they
yeah.
brought in the fact that, because they're like, well, Scooby Doo's technically an alien. If you
Yeah.
go back into that one of the older Scooby Doo
Oh,
movies,
yeah.
he's an alien.
Dude, well, okay, so pay-per-view 2 weeks from now, Zach and Dylan versus Blake and Gavin.
Some people would pay
WWE
for
style.
it.
Yeah, like I think so.
I think it's
Tagging?
got to be like,
Like tagging?
like Monday Night Raw.
well, it's got to be like UFC fight with tags, right?
I'm more with the Monday Night Raw.
Like just pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It would be fun.
It'd be
Wrestling's gay.
fun.
I mean, how often do we do shit like that when we're at a party?
Oh yeah, all the time.
We got to come up with our personas.
Like, for example, you and Trevor. It's
Yeah.
kind of up in the air who's going to win that, depending on
I'm on a
who
streak.
gets the upper hand at first. That's when it's over.
Right.
What's your persona? Your wrestling persona?
I want to be like
The All-American.
oh, that's a good one. But like that dude is always kind of hated. Like
Yeah,
Kurt
like Kurt Angle
yeah.
and the
Are we
well,
picking-
Bret Hart was kind of
Are
the
we-
Bret Hart was that-
All-American
Are
guy.
we picking from like established ones?
No,
yeah,
you
pick
can
from
pick whatever.
Well, pick from like kind of a base, like I would want to be like
The green meanie.
what's
I don't know. Is that one?
Oh, bro. Okay, pause for a second. We'll pick this up in a second. Courtney wanted me to share this with you, and it's been 32 years that we've been together. You
Yeah.
and I.
okay.
She referred to us as the Green Bros today.
Okay.
The Green Bros.
The Green Bros.
Huh.
Why?
That's
We've
pretty
never
awesome.
thought of that ever.
Yeah. No,
There.
we have not. The Green Bros. That's
You guys could have been cool.
yeah, we could have been.
Blake and Dylan Green Bros.
Well,
They're
Dylan-
like,
Dylan was always cool.
that's a long fucking time we've lived and never
Yeah.
got. It's always the people say the Greeno brothers.
Yeah.
I got my
Green
persona.
Bros. It's right there.
I would literally be Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
I was gonna say you could go with the Macho Man Randy Savage, like with the, cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
I guess he's more of a luchador.
Be like, there's
but-
cream all over my wife's side of the sheets.
I'm struggling to remember the name of the guy that I would go with. It's
The Crow.
What era?
he was an '80s guy.
Not helpful.
Not Bret Hart.
Not Bret Hart.
Owen Hart.
He was like the Wild Man. Like what was the
The Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior?
Ultimate
That's the
Warrior.
one that I would want. Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior was bad motherfucker, dude.
I got
He was
one
on
for
so
you guys.
much juice back then.
Oh yeah,
The
dude.
game Mortal Kombat. We were in the game Mortal Kombat. What would our fatalities be?
We didn't finish the persona thing.
Oh, okay,
Zach.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'll bring this up.
Jeez. He's like, I want to fucking finish.
So Nacho
Oh.
Libre for me. That's what I'm
Nacho
choosing.
Libre.
I got
He's more of a luchador, but I guess it's got kind of a.
actually
So you
on
go
the
with the
contrary.
luchador thing, kind of.
Yeah.
On the contrary, who was the fast like little guy that did all the flips and shit?
Rey Mysterio.
Who was
Rey
also a
Mysterio.
luchador. Oh. He's also a luchador.
Yeah.
He's a luchador. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was.
Rey Mysterio.
I
And
like that. I'd go with something akin to the Undertaker, the Fiend,
that would be
or
cool.
Sting.
Yeah.
I always like those dark motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you
those
know?
guys were cool.
The
No surprise,
scary-
none of you said John Cena.
Yeah, no.
But that's
I don't
a
wanna
really
do that.
Blake kind
The
of
thing is, I
That's-
couldn't see myself as John Cena. Sorry, I mailed that one
Okay,
in.
so all right, your fatality.
What would your fatality be? I
in
think
Mortal Kombat.
Zach would get his balls ripped out.
No, like if I were to like
Oh,
I did the
fatality. Somebody else?
This is how Zach would get fucked up.
I feel like Zach would be somewhere sexual still.
I'd want to blast on somebody.
Mixing the fatality and the wrestling thing, I think like you do the Rikishi thing where you'd like jam your ass into their face.
Hold on, here's what mine. Like, you know how they're always like cinematic. I'd pick him up, I'd throw him on a bed, and then jack off on him, and it's like acid.
Oh wow.
That's,
I like
that's,
that. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
Because
way
I know
more
I would jack
creative
off
than
on
I was
jack off
thinking.
on their side of the bed.
I'd windmill my cock and then at the end flip it upwards and uppercut him.
Right, goes right through the jaw. bottom
Yeah,
of
the
jaw.
upper cock. That's what I
the
call
upper
it.
cock.
I jam like a cartoonishly large dick.
It's all dicks. Every one of them so far.
It,
Yeah.
like just like flip them around, slam them onto my big giant dick, and their eyes pop out. Right?
Kevin, you got one that's not a dick?
I don't got any of them.
Because like I was gonna say like, oh, I ripped their heart out,
You
and
have
like
to- don't
jam
they
it
say-
in their face.
Don't they
but
say like a word like while they do their fatality too?
Some
like,
of them do.
Hiroshima. or-
Yeah,
Some of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about mine would be? How
Was
about
that-
these cummies?
That was-
Insensitive.
So how about
Oh,
I
like,
got
that's
I
so
got one for
Asian.
Blake.
Yeah.
What he would do is he would take their heart out, squeeze it into a can, and then shotgun it.
That's a good one.
There you go.
That's a
kinda
really good
dope,
one.
dude.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'd do? Reach into them, pull their guts out, and then strum like a chord on them.
Like a guitar.
Yeah.
You start
That's
playing
pretty
like
smooth.
Smoke on the Water just because that's like the last song you'd want to play.
Yeah.
Or fucking the Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Highway to
Hey.
Hell.
You get out of here. No stairway to heaven.
Oh,
Forbidden Rift.
no stairway. Denied.
Denied.
Gavin. Fatality. You
He's like, I give him AIDS.
I couldn't think of anything because I've seen a bunch of them and they're all just.
He fucks
Pretty
him and gives
gruesome.
him a positive test.
You don't even have to go to the doctors. I already know.
really so you don't have
He
one
just
at
gives
all?
them
No, I can't
AIDS.
think of one right now.
Well, I got one that's not me jerking off. I stand in like a beam of sunlight and
Reflects off your
reflects
head.
off my head.
There you
and,
go.
And
Blinds
fucking like
explodes their heads.
yeah.
There you go. I
And then instead of saying fatality, I want to say boltality.
mortality.
Or you like throw him on the ground. You go to step over him. You trip and you just shit on him.
The gatekeeper.
And then they just like, it's like acid and they just,
That would be my
Dissipate.
that would be my what is it called? Because they have fatalities and they have the new thing now where it's
you
not
like your
fatality.
special, like your specialty move. Like,
Well, they have like so they have fatalities now. They're called brutalities,
brutalities.
and they're harder to do. They're not like you do it like while they're still alive. It's like you do a certain combo as they're still alive, and it doesn't do any cinematic. It's just like something like it's done.
Yeah.
Defensive maneuver for Zach. VPN.
VPN.
Yeah, I get my phone out.
and then there's just a wall.
That's my block. I like VPN.
There you go. That's funny.
That's good. I like that.
I don't know. Smash a fucking sounding rod into somebody's dick with a sledgehammer.
Ooh.
Like you place it gently and then, gah.
And it goes all the way out through their asshole.
There you go.
So like if your two characters are fighting, right? You do that to Zach. Finish him. He falls on the floor and then he just starts like coming profusely.
His own cum
Cumtality.
dissolves him.
Cumtality.
It's so easy to picture that in Mortal Kombat.
It is too. Like,
he comes and shits at the same time.
Hey,
Kinda
you died at
Arnold
least a happy death,
Schwarzenegger-y.
right?
When's the last time you guys have played Mortal
Oh,
Kombat?
no.
I actually bought it on
I'm
my
coming and
PlayStation
shitting at the same time.
last year.
Last year, like
I went on a run for a couple years of like really playing it like on Xbox 360.
what Mortal Kombat, like 12?
I can't remember. There's so
The
many.
last one I
like,
bought was 10.
I like DC Legends.
I bought one that came out probably 4 years ago.
what?
That look.
Isn't DC Legends like
It's like the
Mortal
knockoff
Kombat?
version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to like
Wait,
get.
no, don't they have DC characters in
thought we were
Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat?
that's
Yeah, you can get some. Like
Well, you can
they
get-
always
there
have
was
Freddy
that
Krueger or like.
specific Mortal Kombat DC Legends. That was cool because you could be Batman versus the Joker, whatever.
and they have like a whole thing.
Did you know that there's a really stupid one called Soul Calibur? It's another one of those arcade fighters.
Yeah, I know what Soul Calibur is.
Yeah, it's the
That it was one of the older ones.
I'm sure
yeah.
there's versions where you can get like superheroes and probably like I don't know, like all sorts of crazy shit anymore. But like I would love to have a night where we like got together and we just like
I've been trying to set it up, but y'all just keep coming.
what are you
up with
talking
these.
about?
I literally have tried.
dude. I rage
4 months.
I rage on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, you gotta rage.
You know,
and
but
I button mash too. I'm like, is this a fucking combo? And I'm sitting there just like ducking and punching.
And you know when somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, like they figure out something good,
And then they
just
never
use it
stop using
18
it.
times in a row.
No, so that's what happened. 2 of my friends were playing Mortal Kombat DC Legends. I walked in, hadn't played fucking Mortal Kombat for years, and boy and girl kicking the shit out of boy.
because of button mashing.
No, she played it probably more
the
than
newer
him.
Mortal Kombats are
But,
harder just to button mash on.
So she was kicking the shit out of him. She was the Joker and he was Batman. And so he's like, "Here, Dylan, you fucking try." So I grabbed the thing, right? And I'm button mashing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm just like trying out, seeing what it does. And I grab her Joker character, and this is like beefy, like big Batman,
yeah,
and throw her through 14 walls. Like you know how
Like
it's
Batman's
just this right here.
superhuman.
Mortal Kombat's just right here. Like you
Yeah.
just go back and forth and
Yeah.
grab her, throw her. All of a sudden, the whole fucking map is just sliding
Changing.
to the side as she's flying through like 14 fucking walls. And they're like, "We've been playing this for hours. Nobody's figured out how to do that."
Sometimes like there's like a newbie advantage to
Yeah, because you're,
video
like,
games like that because
you're not trying.
you're
to do
not
anything, you're just-
overthinking it. Like
as long
one-
as you're not playing someone that's really good at the
yeah,
fucking game.
like
but-
there's one person I will never play if I ever the opportunity ever presents itself. Amanda's brother, who's like a huge like game guy, like he would just sit there and study the book, like just
Oh,
study the
fuck.
combinations. Like
That's one.
don't ever fuck with him. You're
I'm not
not
gonna play with that guy.
no.
Yeah, well, he's a little different than we are because he's, say it with me, Japanese.
I was about to say Asian.
I was gonna say autistic.
well,
Wow, we all went with way different directions.
the
So you can Naga suck on that, right?
going back to the whole, if you find something you're good at and you just keep doing it on Mortal Kombat, that's what I did last time I played you in Madden.
Yeah.
I found out you could not block the run play option.
Well, because okay, so yeah, we played and Zach hadn't played forever.
Torched him.
Yeah, he kicked my ass. But because I tried, I hadn't like done the training on the RPO, like on how to do it. So if I ever accidentally picked the RPO,
You were running all the.
I just held the ball because I didn't know how to hand off the ball, and he just figured it out immediately. So when you go into the RPO, I was like, "Fuck! Like, do I go into like a zone defense or do I go into like a send 5 up front?" And I never knew what he was doing. And then like whatever I went into, he would just go
pass it
away from
Yep.
that, and I just got fucking smoked. And I just
It was
like,
really funny because he's sitting here like fucking Skylar up in this game. Fuck. Oh no, it was Darren. Was it Darren?
yeah, just beating his ass. Yeah,
And he's
just-
like, "Yeah, you fucking suck." And I'm like sitting there like, I'm gonna fucking torch him.
well, and he went in like all like, oh, I don't know, like, but like I know with even if you're good at a game, like if you play like a real gamer, you're already at somewhat of a disadvantage because they've just played video games. They just understand how they work, right?
Yep.
Like there's one type of game I guarantee you, I bet my life, everything I have that you would never beat me at. but there's only one.
ATV.
It was an
Yeah,
ATV.
the MX versus ATV Unleashed. Like, go
Yeah.
ahead,
I guarantee it.
make my day.
Make my day.
He's like, all I do.
I got second place on that game for fucking 12 years straight.
Actually, they have a new version of it out that I actually played and it was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, I bought it.
I think it's
Couple-
called like Unleashed or something like that.
Unleashed was black and fucking.
I have Unleashed, Reflex, and then now Legends.
That's what it's called.
Reflex.
Is Legends. It's
I,
a new one.
I actually just bought it a couple
Unleashed
days ago. I've
is
been
the
playing it every
goat.
night.
Unleashed is goat.
Yeah, it's a goat. But they took like the new like system where you use both sticks and everything, and now they've kind of like honed it a bit. It's difficult though, like for real. Like, but the old version, like I
so
goated.
are you talking about like in racing on that or like
Either
freestyle?
one. Either one.
I felt like freestyle I might be able to have
No.
a little bit of luck. You don't think so?
No fucking way.
Because that just takes like knowledge of
I
how
think Blake
the game
could
mechanics
rank.
work.
If I think Blake could rank on that game.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, what about
It's the only
like,
one, though.
What about
It's the only
Tony
one.
Hawk? Tony Hawk.
Oh, there was a 3-year stretch where I was very competitive. I think Dylan was better than me. At
Tony
that game.
Hawk, I ruled at.
Yeah,
I
Dylan was
really
very
at
good at Tony
Dude,
Hawk.
I love.
You know what my
old
number
school
one
Tony
game
Hawk.
was though? The one I was the
Tony
best
Hawk
at?
Underground 2.
NHL 2001. I
He was good at
slayed
that. Yeah,
fucking
he
game.
was good at that game.
Okay, I love the NHL games. They're fun. My favorite NHL game was, I think it was called SmackDown.
Oh yeah, like they a few
Literally,
years into it. Yeah,
the only thing like that was fun, like the fighting was actually fighting. Like you would get into a fight and it would like turn it into like Mortal Kombat fights for half a second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
well,
were so fun.
on NHL 2001, if you got in a fight, you had to mash the fucking. I think it was just like X or something. You just had to mash it, and you had to do it quicker than the bar would. You know.
Oh, so I think oh no, it was NHL Hits is what it was called.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you just mashed the X button. It was like if I'm mashing X and you're mashing X, we're just sitting there like struggling. So you're sitting there trying to figure out what button your opponent's hitting.
And then whoever figures it out first just goes gut, and it's
just
over.
fucks 'em up.
It's like NFL Street probably, which I never played, but I want to preface what I said about like being so good at that game. Like you are on another level as a gamer versus me. Like I'm not shit. I just want to emphasize that I'm not. That's my only one.
That's the
my
only game.
That's my only call
if
to
I can
glory.
claim one thing.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So I'm not even saying it to be like bragging or nothing. You could fuck me up on everything else. Even if I was good at it, give it a day, you'll be better than me. That's my only one.
Well, and in your defense with the with Madden, it wasn't the first time I played Madden.
Yeah.
I've played Madden.
Yeah.
In
And
fact,
then
I have that Madden. Like
and then-
I've bought every Madden that's came out.
I spent days after that just perfecting the RPO. Like, because I was like so beat down from that. Like, I was so upset that I just obsessed over like getting better at the things that you were good at.
Yep.
And then I played Darren again. I just fucking obliterate him. It was so fun, like 6 games in a row. And then I remember one time we played like 6 games in a row and I kept beating him. Even if he got ahead early, like I come back from behind and I beat him again. And then finally it came down to where like I was using like the Cleveland Browns and he was using like
Kansas City Chiefs.
like a good team. And it came down to like a tie, right? And like in the final seconds of the game, he lines up for like a 25-yard field goal, right? And he's like, fucking, here it is. And I was like, God damn it. Like, he's finally going to beat me. Like, I had this
He whipped
undefeated streak forever. I'm like, God damn it. He's like, fuck you, you know, like, I'll get, and then he kicks it, fucking,
Whipped it.
oh, it wasn't
Shit.
tied. I was beating him by like a point or something. And he just totally shanked it.
Oh no.
And he has to kick off to me. And then I'm like, don't take a knee. Like, then I'm like running it up the, you know, like still running the ball and like still like just really using up the time and stuff. He was so pissed. It was the funniest thing ever.
So when you play Madden,
Uh-huh.
are you the one that like plays like, okay, it's 4th down, I'm gonna kick it off, I'm gonna punt it?
No, fuck no.
You just fucking send it every single time.
Yeah.
I hate people that play like that. Honestly,
Unless
I do.
I'm like super fucked, like it's 4th and 30, you know, and you know the percentage
There's still
is like,
people that will still go for that.
and I have, like, when I played Colton, like, we play the exact same way. So I know I've got to, like, try and score every single play. So,
Right.
like, you know, fourth and 30, like, I'll, like, do, like, I do this thing where I bring up the plays and I see the one that I want, but then I scrub through them really fast. And then, like, as I, like, pass the page again, I hit it really fast so he can't even, like, get a grip on, like, what it is that I chose. And then I'll flip the play, I'll audible routes, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, it'll be, like, a bunch of, like, ins. And then I'll just pick one guy and just do, like, a straight post and just, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
because
I-
he brings, like, an up-close coverage.
Yeah.
And if he has an up-close coverage, I know what I'm doing, you know.
You're not going to throw the
So,
ins. But
and I know I have to do it. And like one time, actually, speaking of Madden, the one time I beat him spectacularly is like he was beating me, and then I had to kick off to him at like in the last minute or so.
yeah.
And so I elected to squib. I squib kicked it, so it's
Oh.
like a low kick, right? And he totally didn't see it coming. I squibbed it. It went right over his head, and I recovered the ball like at the 10-yard line, and then just punched it in and beat him. He was fucking furious. He was.
I don't think you can play that game without somebody being so mad.
But it's like if you get your ass kicked by like, you know, a normal amount, like 2 scores or whatever, you're not like too upset. Like if you get beat by 40, it sucks. And then if like you lose by 1 point in some stupid way, then that sucks.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
either way, you kind of come out of it furious.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us this week. We'll be coming up with a format change here pretty soon. New days, new episodes out at different times, but we'll let you know when we get there. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you soon.